And without further ado, I would like to welcome to the stage the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
We just got to the Libertarian Party's National Convention. Look at that. Look at that. Here at the Washington Hilton. What do you think, Peter?
So far, it's been pretty awesome. Met a lot of great libertarians. Trying to find a home here, seeing if there's a place in this party for me. If a guy like myself who's kind of like a libertarian socialist of sorts, who believes in central planning, that it can work, who believes that Medicare for all is a human right, where do we have a home here? Do we have a place here? And there are some people in the old guard who don't like me, don't like my ideology. They still say that stupid stuff like, you want to kill us. Like, no, we don't. I got a lot of friends. You'll meet them. My good friend Caleb will be by. We don't want to kill you. We just want to find a way we can come together to fight back against this machine.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nick, and I am a libertarian because I am pro-peace. I am pro-whistleblower. That is people like Julian Assange, Edward Snowden, the Boeing whistleblowers.
Julian Assange should be freed, being locked up for heinous reasons. He has released information that has led to the discovery of atrocities in the Middle East and corruption all over the world. If we can't have good, actual information like that, there's no reason that we should have any free speech in the first place.
Free speech is under attack. He did nothing wrong. Reporting shouldn't be a crime.
Free Assange.
Free Assange.
So your button says abolish the FBI, abolish the CIA. Tell me about that.
Well, I just think we need less federal government and less federal agencies.
They're driving for World War III. They're attacking our civil liberties. They're allowing the United States to crumble economically. They're January. We know the government set that up. At that point, there should be a blanket amnesty for all January 6th people.
So your button.
But when we know the government set that up, at that point, there should be a blanket amnesty.
All right, I'm sitting here with Clint Russell. Clint, you're going to run for vice president, but we heard earlier that Mike Termat decided and Chase Oliver made an agreement that he would be his vice president. How does it work in the Libertarian Party?
So the delegates decide in both instances for the presidential candidate as well as the vice presidential candidate. So despite the fact that they made a deal, it doesn't change the fact that the delegates get to decide who the vice president will be. So yes, the delegates did choose Chase Oliver. He got over 50%, edging out Noda. But the VP race is not settled yet, and I've decided that I'm going to proceed and let the delegates decide. So if I get over 50% of the vote, then Mike Termat is
no longer the vice president. Yeah.
Correct.
So that deal can be, and I don't mean to cause problems over here. I'm just being like a friendly independent journalist over here. But you are a Mises Caucus guy, and Rechtenwald was the Mises Caucus candidate.
Correct.
He seemed very upset with he said there was a lot of betrayal, that there was kind of like deals made behind his back. Is there a little bit kind of like, let's poke him a little bit now? All right, we're going to play hardball here within the Libertarian Party now?
No. At least that's not my position on it. I've been running for the vice presidency as a unaffiliated. I was not walking in lockstep with any of the candidates. I had never endorsed anybody. I had gone out of my way to not endorse anybody. So I've been running for vice president regardless of who wins the presidency. So this is not me choosing to do so to stick it to anybody. If Mr. Rechtenwald feels as if there was betrayal or backroom dealing, I mean, clearly there was a deal made, but it wasn't backroom. It was made right on this floor. I watched it happen. I don't know that that's like dirty pool or if that's standard practice. I'd have no idea if he's right that there was actually backstabbing going on.
How many candidates are running for vice president right now? Do you know?
Well, as of Friday, it was just me and Larry Sharp, but Larry was running affiliated with Lars Mapstead, who was voted out like in the second or third round of voting. So it was basically me unopposed. And now, because of this horse trading deal, Mike Termat is the preferred VP to Chase Oliver. I guess their assumption is that either I would drop or they think that they can beat me on the ballot.
Has anybody approached you from the Chase Oliver or Mike Termat campaign?
Not a one.
And you've just been sitting here and nobody's been coming by?
Nope.
All right. Well, hey, man, good luck. You're going to do this process right now?
Soon. We'll see.
Can more nominations get entered into the race right now, or is it?
I don't believe so. I think only people that were running for president can drop down to
Yeah.
run for vice president. I don't think anybody else can enter. So it's going to be me versus Termat.
That's interesting. Well, good luck, Mr. Russell, and we'll see what happens. We're here at the Libertarian National Convention. The vice presidency is about to take place. Liam, you got a quick second, or you're on the phone? You got it, buddy. No problem. We'll get you after and stuff. We'll get some more opinions what's going on. It's going to be interesting right now because the Mises caucus, their guy did not win, but they have a vice presidential candidate, and he said he's non-caucusing, but he's kind of friends and close with a lot of those guys. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens right here as they go to elect their vice president in just a bit.
Guys, we're getting close for it to being in order to tackle vice presidential nominations. We're not quite there yet, but start shifting your frame of mind. So we're getting very close. So if you're running for vice president, if your friend is running for vice president, please pull that person into the room if you don't see them. Can we please get an update from the tellers? I just want to make sure. I don't want to put undue pressure. I don't want to wait too long either. Okay, we've almost got vote results. We apologize for the delay. We were waiting on one state to get their count in, but while they were waiting on that state, they were able to count and tabulate everything else. So they're entering one final large state.
What's up? I'm here at the Libertarian National Convention with one of my guys, Spike Cohen. How you doing, Spike?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How are you doing?
All right, so I'm doing great. Thank you so much for my first Libertarian convention. It's pretty wild. So
what a great first convention for you, huh?
all right. Break me in slowly and softly here. All right, so we had this crazy situation where the last round came to none of the above versus Chase Oliver. Now, I mean, just like any political games behind the scene, Democratic, Republican, I've been a part of those things.
Right.
There's always stuff that goes on. There's always going to be a little sour grapes and whatnot. But what's your initial thoughts of Chase Oliver getting the nomination right out of the gate?
Well, first of all, he didn't get it right out of the gate. This is, I believe, the tightest election we've ever had. I do think there are ones that have taken more ballots, but I think it was because there were more candidates in play in those races. I may be wrong, but as long as I've been following it, this is the closest race we've ever had. So, I will say Chase is actually a friend of mine. I've known him for many years. My hope is that knowing that almost half of this body wanted no one instead of him. He needs to be working real hard to extend olive branches and make it clear he wants to be a libertarian candidate for the entire party.
Okay, so now there was a deal that was made and announced. Mike Termat agreed to be Chase Oliver's vice president, but this is the Libertarian Party, baby. You got to go through the same mechanism you went through for the president.
Yep.
And I just spoke to Clint Russell, and he's not bowing down over here.
He's still running? Okay.
He's still running. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it can get a little bit messy over here late night at the Libertarian Convention
Are you
right now?
asking me if what just happened could get messier? Yes, absolutely. It could get messy.
Gotcha.
I don't know, man. If you would ask me who do I think is going to win it, I would have said I don't know. If you now are asking me who do I think is going to win VP, I have no clue. I don't know. No one knows. No one knows. This is going to be wild.
Regardless of what happens, what do you think the Libertarian Party nominees, the president and the vice president, can do moving forward to get and keep that ballot access out there? They're not well-known guys. A lot of people did not know who Chase Oliver was. I mean, there was a lot of Trumpers that were here yesterday and didn't know who Ross Ulbricht is. So, I mean, this is one of those situations. Yeah, they do now, and that's great. And that's why I really applaud Angela and her staff for getting Trump over here. I think it was a genius idea. I know some people were against it here today, but what are your thoughts on what they can do, the Libertarian ticket, when they come out of this to be relevant, to get on the ballot? I didn't know you as the vice president. I heard you speak in front of the Capitol, and I was like, holy cow, I'm going to vote Libertarian over here. What could they do to emulate that same Spike Cohen magic that you had when you were running?
They're going to have to do what I did. I traveled to nearly 40 states, and this was as the VP candidate during COVID, which made it much, much, much harder. They're going to have to travel to as close to 50 states as possible. They're going to have to hit every single location they can. They're going to have to pull in every favor they can to get on as much media as they can. The Libertarian Party needs to be as big and disruptive and as loud with our message as possible. We are the only party that understands that the problem here is there is way too much power in the hands of way too few people. That's why we have a warfare state. That's why we have the military-industrial complex and big pharma. You've got concentration of power into a handful of hands, and we need to be decentralizing that power. We need to be putting power back in the hands of the people. And in my opinion, the Libertarian Party is the only one that is consistently saying that. They need to be the ones doing it.
Spike Cohen, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Good luck with everything. And you have something new you started. You're helping out local, please.
So I actually started an organization called You Are the Power. We are a nonpartisan nonprofit. We find people that are being abused by their local governments, and we fight for them to get the justice they deserve. We've reunited families that were torn apart unjustly by Child Protective Services, children with chronic health issues where they were framed for abuse. We have helped families that were threatened to have their homes removed with eminent domain abuse. We have helped people that were helping people that were living on the streets and helping them get a hand up and the help they need, and that were being threatened by the police with arrest if they continue to feed people. And that's just a few of the things we've done across the country, and we can do even more with your help. If you go to youarethepower.net today, I'd love to have you be a part of it.
Thank you, Spike Cohen, and good luck, brother. You gotta
Okay, Angela Grubhub. Great. And what was the other one?
That pizza's for the tellers.
Okay, apparently it's for the tellers. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Microphone too, Mr. Chairman.
Bill Redpath, could you please come to the front?
I will.
Where did this come from?
Thank you.
Paging Austin Paget or my mother-in-law to the baby. Thank you. Okay, guys. I'm going to be respectful, but it's going to get close to time to close voting. How are we looking over there, Texas? Okay. It's 11:29.
Madam Chair, point of personal privilege at mic 1, if possible.
Microphone 1.
Hi, Madam Chair. This is Jacob Luria, delegate from Colorado. We have a bouquet of flowers we would like to give you as thank you for your hard work of these 2 years. We also would like to congratulate Chase Oliver on a very well-fought campaign and nomination. Very good job, Chase. Thank you very much for everything you've done. Great job.
Thank you very much. I
Microphone
greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Microphone
Thank you,
3. Microphone
guys.
2, please.
Microphone 2.
Yeah, yes. Madam Chair, I move to suspend the rules and adopt the following bylaws amendment for this convention only. The presidential nominee shall select the vice presidential nominee of their choice, provided that person meets all qualifications under the LP bylaws.
All right, hold on. We'll do it the right way. Bill Redpath moves to suspend the rules. It is non-debatable rule suspension and adopt the following bylaws amendment for Article 7.10 at the end. For the 2024 National Libertarian Party Convention only, the presidential nominee shall select the vice presidential nominee of their choice, provided that person meets all the qualifications under these bylaws. It's been moved and seconded. Here we go. We're going straight to a vote. All in favor say aye. All in favor say, all opposed say nay. All right. We're going to do a standing vote so everyone's happy, right? Everyone? I know, there's a lot of angry people. Okay. If you want to suspend the rules, everyone be quiet, please. If you want to suspend the rules so that we can amend the bylaws for this convention only to allow our presidential nominee to pick his vice presidential running mate, please stand.
Just stand up so we can go home.
That is not 2/3, but we're going to see those who opposed. Please sit down. Please stand if you are opposed. Okay, the motion fails. Thank you all for moving through that quickly.
Madam Chair, microphone 3.
Microphone 3.
Nathan Madden, delegate from Arizona.
Nathan Madden.
I move to open nominations for Vice President of the United States.
Great idea.
In addition,
Has it been seconded? All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. We're opening nominations for Vice President.
Madam Chair, in addition,
We're at
microphone 3.
microphone 3.
In addition, I would like to nominate Mike Termott, who is your next Vice President.
Thank you, Mr. Madden. At this time, it would be in order for any additional vice presidential nominations
Madam
to happen.
Chair, Mike 1.
Mike 1.
Madam Chair, Dave Benner, Tennessee delegate, volunteer forever. I would like to nominate Clint Russell for vice president.
Thank you, Mr. Benner. Dave Benner moves to nominate Clint Russell for vice president. Additional nominations.
Microphone 1.
Microphone 1.
I'm Freddie Clegg. I would like to nominate Freddie Clegg for Vice
Thank
President
you.
from California.
Can you, wait, come back. We want to hear your name one more time.
Freddie, F-R-E-D-D-I-E, Clegg, C-L-E-G-G.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Freddie Clegg.
And
Have you
my
turned in your
paper-
nomination papers?
My paperwork are in order.
Beautiful. Do we have any additional nominees?
Madam Chair, Mike 1.
Mike 1.
I'm Nick Soselsky, delegate, Pennsylvania. I move to close nominations.
Do we have any additional nominees? That motion would not be in order if we have additional nominees.
We have a nomination from Connecticut for Mark Greenstein.
What is that nomination?
Mark Greenstein, Connecticut.
Thank you. Can we, I'm sorry, is that
Nominated
you?
by Abigail Kutu.
Did you, I'm sorry, you are from Connecticut and you are nominating Mark Greenstein?
Yes.
And can you
Yes.
please restate your name? I'm so sorry.
Abigail
Abigail? And your last
Kutu.
name?
Coutu.
Coutu. Gotcha. Coutu, I think.
And I am Mark Stewart Greenstein from Connecticut, nominating Kendall Ludden.
Kendall
VP.
Levin. Mark Greenstein has nominated Kendall.
Rock and roll.
Did you say Ludden or Levin?
Killing that beat.
Ludden.
Ludden, thank you very much. And I assume all nomination papers are in order? Kendall Ludden, L-U-D-D-I-N.
Long hair down.
Are there any additional vice presidential nominations?
Madam Chair, Mike 4.
Microphone 4.
Madam Chair, Tyler Barganclaws from Louisiana. Unless it's automatically implied, I would love to have NOTA be included. on the
NOTA
ballot.
will be included. Thank you very much, Mr. Barganclost.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You are so welcome.
Madam Chair.
No.
Mike 4.
Microphone 4.
Carol Ensiger from Texas.
Thank you, Carol.
I would like to close the nominations.
Second.
Well, are we still, okay, we're going to close nominations? Okay.
Madam Chair, I have a motion to suspend the rules of microphone number 2.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Even we're in the middle of closing nominations.
Oh, sorry, I thought they were already.
Any objection to closing nominations for vice president? Okay, hearing none, nominations are closed. I'm going to officially call for ballots from Texas in the next 5 minutes.
Madam Chair, I seek recognition at mic 2.
Microphone 2.
Hi, this is Pietro Geraci from New York. I move to suspend the rules and change the time for vice presidential candidate speeches to 1 minute.
To 1 minute. It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules to change the time for vice presidential nominating speeches to 1 minute. This is non-debatable. We're going to go to a vote. Are you all comfortable with shortening nomination speeches? If you want to shorten vice presidential nomination speeches to 1 minute, hey everyone, we're about to vote. Pay attention. If you are in favor of shortening the time for vice presidential nomination speeches to 1 minute, say aye. If you are opposed, oh, wow. Okay. The ayes have it. Fantastic. We've got
Microphone 2, Madam Chair.
all right.
Microphone 4.
Microphone 2, Madam Chair. Motion to suspend the rules. It's a good one.
Wait 1 moment. Do we need to do the last vote over because people weren't paying attention? Okay. All right. You know what? We're going to do it really quick. We're going back to church. If you want to pass the motion, you want to shorten vice presidential nomination speeches to 1 minute, stand up. All rise. All praise be to shortening nomination speeches. Thank you. Right? All right. No? Okay. This takes 2/3. If this is, thank you. Congregation, you may be seated. Hallelujah and amen. It's premature for an amen or a hallelujah. If you are opposed to shortening nomination speeches to 1 minute, please stand. That is 2/3. Thank you so much.
Madam Chair,
Motion
microphone
passes.
4.
Microphone 4.
Madam Chair, Pat Ford from the great state of Rhode Island, the birthplace of the American Revolution. A motion to suspend the rules. The motion is that all candidates for vice president getting under 15% of the vote be dropped after the first round.
Mr. Ford, can you please repeat?
Motion to suspend the rules. All vice presidential candidates receiving under 15% of the vote in the first round shall be dropped.
Point of parliamentary inquiry, microphone 1.
One moment, please.
In 1 moment.
We're going to go to a... Texas, are you bringing your ballots forward? Thank you so much. All right, ballots are in. We're
Madam
going
Chair,
back to
microphone 3,
one.
point of parliamentary
We were
inquiry for
at-
that motion. Would that only apply to the first round, or would that 15% threshold apply in every round as written?
It says first round in the motion.
Madam Chair, microphone 3.
Microphone 3.
Point of personal privilege for the floor. There is a Deadpool hoodie that is missing. If you happen to find it, please return it to the Florida delegation.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Ford's motion is non-debatable. He has moved to suspend the rules to provide that all vice presidential candidates who receive less than 15% of the vote in the first round be dropped. Does everyone understand what that means? If you are running for vice president and you receive 8% of the vote, you will not be advancing to the next ballot. If you receive 14%, you will not advance to the next ballot. If you receive 15%, you will advance. Are we ready to proceed to a vote? All those in favor, we're going to do a standing vote so that we don't have to do it twice. All those in favor of moving to suspend the rules to provide that all vice presidential candidates who receive less than 15% of the vote in the first round be dropped, please stand. It's looking pretty good. We're going to take 2 more seconds. If you are standing, you are voting yes. And please be seated. Amen. And now, if you are opposed, you do not want to drop vice presidential candidates if they receive less than 15% on the first round. You do not like this change, please stand. All right, that passes. I've just been informed by the tellers that Kendall Ludden did not meet the signature threshold requirement for vice president. The tellers are almost finished with the at-large tally for Texas. If you would like, I would love to see our vice presidential candidates come line up and do a roll of the die for your very short nominating speeches. Mike Termott, Clint Russell, Freddie Clegg, Mark Greenstein, please come to the front. Paging Clint Russell, paging Mike Termott, paging Freddie Clegg.
Nobody liked it.
Kendall Ludden, our sincerest apologies. There was a sheet missing and it has been found. You do qualify to run for this race. Please come back to the front and accept our sincerest apologies and participate in the roll of the die.
Madam Chair, microphone 3, request for information. Withdraw.
All right, everybody, please quiet down. We will go ahead with nomination speeches for Vice President. If Mr. Russell could make his way up, he will be speaking first.
No time for clapping. I have 1 minute. Okay, very quickly, I just want to say that I just shook his hand and said this to him. I also just posted this on Twitter. Congratulations to Chase, who ran a great campaign. He wasn't the guy I was supporting, but he put it together and ran a fantastic campaign. And I really loved how hardcore anti-war he was. And I really particularly loved him shouting down whoever said the thing about freeing the hostages. You don't get them back by bombing them. Okay. I'm going to try to keep an open mind about him as our presidential campaign, and I'll take him at his word when he said he wanted a unity ticket. This was a razor-thin margin that came down to the 700th ballot. And I'm just being honest here, if you really want a unity ticket, Mike Trematt ain't the answer. The answer is Clint Russell. That's what's going to unify this party. So if you're serious about that, and you don't wish to just impose your will on this half of this party, the answer is Clint Russell. The other thing I'll say, anyone catch Clint's debate with Vivek the other night? He absolutely murdered. He gets on the biggest platforms. That's the type of fire you're going to get with him. Vote for Clint Russell, okay? Thank you guys all very much for coming.
All right, thank you, Dave. Up next is Mr. Ludden. Ludden, I'm sorry.
Hi, my name is Kendall Ludden, and I'm running for the vice presidential nomination. First, I'd like to thank all the people who signed my ballot to get me here. And if you want any more information, you go to kendallluddenforliberty.com. Anyone who's read the Declaration of Independence knows that the government gives you 3 things: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. What that means is don't tax my income, don't tax my property, and don't fucking inflate my money away. People in this morning saw Ron Paul speak about the Federal Reserve. Everybody here knows that it's not federal, it's not reserved, and there is no reserve. The Constitution is a beautiful document without the 16th Amendment, the 17th Amendment, and the Federal Reserve. And the job of the Vice President of the Senate is to make the Senate move, not 300 times flipping a coin. I'm an accountant, I'm an attorney, a mediator, a negotiator. I want to get in there and take red and blue and make purple. Yeah, gold. Oh, we can overturn executive orders and get right back on the gold standard. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ludden. I'm so sorry. It's been a long day. Up next, we have Mark Greenstein.
It's STEWART. Stewart for Liberty is the website. Or since I only have a minute, epic-party.us gives you a chance to know this relative unknown. Good to go? So this is a message for unity. And if you've heard me for the last 3 days, you know that I would like to see everyone who was on this stage continue to help Chase. And how do you continue? You grow the party by having the talent for the next 5 months on display and maybe make them the next governor candidates. If it's Charles Belay, he could be the next mayor of Baton Rouge, which just seceded from the rest of Baton Rouge, a very good liberty thing. We could make Jacob a governor of a state. We could make Josh into a cabinet officer. Clint, dude, you should do anything you want because you're so good, and I'd say press secretary. Mike, should you not win here? I think you should be the next governor of Florida. It's a unity ticket. I hope it's for Chase, and I hope to bring everyone together. Epic-party.us has my picks for all of LP. Thank you all.
Thank you. Up next, we have Mike Termott.
So listen up, it's like this. I do my nomination speeches the old-fashioned way. I do them myself. So listen up. I do unification the old-fashioned way. I do it myself. And if you would like to speak to me about this, I do it myself, buddy, right now. This is about unifying our party. The reason that Chase and I can unify this party is because this party is about winning. Winning will unify our party. Chase is a winner, and you damn well know I'm a winner. If you want a party that's going to win, you put your party in our hands, we will deliver victory for you, and that is what's going to unify our party. You should be putting up with no substitute for victory. This is the real deal.
Thank you. Up next, we have Freddie Clegg.
Hi, y'all. This is my first Libertarian Convention. I'm a member of other organizations, and this one kicks ass. How many other people are here for the first time? I want every one of you to go back to your precinct, go back to your state, put the 5 best platforms that you can put together, put it in the paper. Someone's going to read that in the paper if they're in the right state and they know how to read. Guess what they're going to say? Guess what? That's me, because that was me. I'm going to do 2 things. I want you to go back, put the name in the paper. The second thing I'm going to do for you, I was in purchasing in the Silicon Valley for about 52 years. I promise you at the next convention, I will get you a hand counting system where all this bullshit of waiting and waiting and waiting will take care of it.
All righty. Thank you, Mr. Clegg. And I believe we have our results for at large, but just give me 1 second that we confirm. We will wait on our secretary.
All right, everyone. Our secretary will tell us when she's ready for us to put her screen up. Not quite there yet, but we're going to get close. All right, we're ready for our secretary's screen. And if we can also get that on the monitors facing, there we go, beautiful. All right. 1 second, she's gonna have to shrink it. I'm so sorry. Oh, heaven forbid. All right, hold on. Smaller, yes. We need 2-point font. That's 12-point font. Okay, so let me see here. 1 second. There we go. Beautiful. All right. It is still small, but it is what it is. Squint as hard as you can. State chairs, please watch your vote totals fly past the screen because your eyes are bleary and you're tired. Do your best. We are scrolling. We are scrolling. We are scrolling. 1 moment. We are almost done. All right, Madam Secretary, when you're ready, we'll take a look at the vote totals. And here are our at-large candidates. Andrew Watkins, 8.46%. Travis Bost, 8.46%. Kathy Yanuskavich, 8.16%. Robert Benson, 7.87%. Stephen Michaela, 7.96%. Congratulations.
Or yep, it's on.
Everyone, let me please have your attention. According to special rule, our convention rules, 7.4, I believe, our presidential nominee has the privilege of addressing the delegation for 5 minutes after vice presidential nominations have been made, but before voting has begun.
Point of information, mic 1.
Point of order.
Okay, information on microphone 1.
Yes, I am not seeing a name on this at-large results list. I wonder if it's just
Which name?
Drew Heaton.
Drew Heaton, right there. So sorry.
Thank you.
Absolutely. There was a point of order somewhere.
Withdrawn.
Thank you. All right, we're going to hear from our presidential nominee, Chase Oliver.
Listen, I know we've been here a long, long day. I'm not going to take 5 whole minutes to say all this, but I want to tell you why I want Mike Termott to be my running mate. I first met Mike over 2 years ago at the Reno convention, and he was already on the campaign trail running for president. Since then, I have crisscrossed the country, and in conventions and events all over the country, I have seen Mike Termott putting the energy into a campaign that we can drive to victory. He is somebody who is of great character, and I know this because he wouldn't have such an amazing wife in Nancy Termott if he wasn't a man of character. I need a partner on the road who I know can hit the road just as hard as I can. And I believe behind my 50 states, Mike Termott has to be the second most traveled presidential candidate of 2024. I urge you to support the energy that this campaign can bring. I urge you to bring the amazing story that happens when when a police accountability activist brings a former cop who's now a police accountability activist onto the stage and onto the ticket. When I say I want to run a unifying ticket that brings people into the tent, I am dead serious, and I believe Mike Termott is the man to do that. Give me Mike Termott, and I will fight like hell for liberty everywhere.
Parliamentary inquiry at mic 2, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oliver. Microphone 2.
A parliamentary inquiry. When votes were counted for at-large members, did the tellers count all of the votes cast or only the top 5 votes cast? First 5.
I'm sorry, you trailed off a little bit. Did the tellers count all?
Did the tellers count all of the votes on the ballots or only the first 5 votes on the ballots?
The tellers counted all of the votes. Thank you
Madam
very
Chair.
much.
Thank you.
All right, balloting is beginning. Balloting is beginning. Let's do this thing.
If Wyoming is still in the House with their chair, please come to the teller's pit to get their ballot package. Thank you.
There is cold pizza on the credentials table. My pizzas have been found. Well, it's like an hour. It's been sitting there, but it has been discovered. There's cold pizza on the credentials. Richard Stafford, I think you're needed up at the front. Teller friends, how close are we? Are all of our ballots turned in? Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for your hard work. We appreciate you. It appears that C-SPAN has gone home, or they are in the process of going home. We appreciate them for sticking it out as long as they did. Hard workers. We were like a pizza commercial for C-SPAN tonight. Pizza party. Our tellers are formatting our votes. Results are basically in. We're just waiting for them to get properly formatted. They just did a little formatting check. We're almost there. New York Pizza, Grubhub. We found it. What else can we say? AV team. Hello. Hello, late night crew. We're ready for our secretary's screen to go up. Thank you, AV team. All right, everyone. Let's pull together. We've got results. Let's get them on all the screens. Our AV team is working hard. It's late. I hope they're not as tired as I am. Wait just a moment until we start scrolling. We'd like to get those last outer screens. Yes, we're very aware. The AV team is working very hard. Yes, we know. No? Okay, I'm having strange hand signals. All right, let's get scrolling. Thank you, state chairs. Let's watch. Let's keep our voices down. We are watching and scrolling. All right, Madam Secretary, when you're ready, we'll go to the vote totals. There's an error in Wisconsin. Is the Wisconsin delegation chair present? No, it's on their end. It's on the end of the tellers. We apologize. It is late. We have a lot of eyes double checking things. We're in the middle of a vote count, guys. Oh, Wisconsin. AV team, can you get that floor mic in the back working? Or all of them? Oh, he's coming up. Never mind. It's okay. Okay, Wisconsin has specified that NODA had 2 votes. And they have it, and it was a scrivener's error. Does that look okay to you, Mr. Delegation Chair? Beautiful. Thank you, Wisconsin. We appreciate you. All right, we're ready for our vote totals. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Mike Termott has 49.66% of the vote. Clint Russell has 45.87% of the vote. We had many write-ins. Here you have it. There will be a second round. Beautiful. Hey, guys. Tellers. Hey, teller team, are you ready? Look at that energetic, amazing teller team. Let's channel all of our good vibes over to these people. They all deserve drinks, maybe coffees in the morning. Hopefully they don't have early flights. All right, guys, we're going to get ballots out to you ASAP. State delegation chairs, you know the drill. Stand at ease or dis-ease, or you can sit. I recommend sitting. Have all of the state chairs gone to collect ballots for the second round? Have you all collected your ballots? Fantastic.
This morning. Hey, we're at the Libertarian National Convention with my good friend Jeffrey P. Hurley. What's up? From Clark County. That was a libertarian group that I was a part of my first one with the boys back there. What's up, Brandon? What's up, bud? How you doing, Travis? And Dave Smith, who's really not engaged. He's currently in a Twitter fight with Viva Fry now, going back and forth.
How are you paying attention to my Twitter fight as I'm sitting here? That was the most updated. I tweeted 4 minutes ago.
6 minutes ago.
All right, fine, fair enough. Well, he's being a dummy. That was a stupid tweet. He spliced together 2 of my videos to try to make it look like I was contradicting myself, and it's not. If you listen to the speech, it's not. I said, because he's going, oh, one night Dave said to the Libertarian Party, be honest, or I said, be respectful and just give your honest reaction. And then the next day he said, those headlines are pretty cool. So I'm like, yeah, I would say I didn't like the way they were heckling him and behaving, but I did think the headlines painted a good narrative for us.
No, I think so too. No, I think you did a great job. But guys, on another note, I was just kidding and stuff like that. But
okay, sorry. You caught me fresh 4 minutes into a Twitter fight, all right? By 10 minutes, I'll have some respect about this. You know, he was an all right here. Fine.
Hey, man, let me get some good breaking action on the floor. I've been here all night. All right, guys, so now we're going into the second round. We heard there was kind of a deal made between Chase Oliver and Mike Termat, right, that he was going to be the vice president. But you guys explained to me the Libertarian Party does the presidential nomination. They do the same way with the vice presidential nomination. And there's a lot of people out there who think that Dave's choice we just gave a great speech for, Clint Russell has a good chance of winning. What are your thoughts on that going right now? Do you guys want this really bad, being that your candidate necessarily didn't make it to the finish line for the first presidential race?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have Clint Russell get elected or nominated for the VP slot, because it would motivate me and it would make me feel that there is unity and there's cohesion within the party, and there's not going to be one group and another group, and they're not going to feel divided. And I think it's going to bring us all together, and that's what I'd like to see, honestly. So now, if it's going to happen, I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. I mean, Dave just gave a pretty good pitch on, for Clint and why we should elect Clint, and I think there's a lot of value there, and I think it would really unite the party and bring everybody together, and make it so we are a cohesive force to fight against the state. So
nice. Let me hear from some of the other Nevada members. Travis and Brandon are over here. What do you guys think about this whole event so far? This is like my first Libertarian National Convention, and boy, at one point I was like, is this a DNC convention? But tell me, guys, what do you think so far?
It's after midnight right now. My voice is hoarse, and we've got a divided room, and we're just fighting our way through it, trying to get through it. our coalition, the Mises Caucus, just got a big win with the at-larges, and now 11 of our people. We got 11 out of 11 versus 4 on the board right now, so we're looking real good in that section of the contest.
It's so important for us to select the proper people that can communicate the message of liberty and the beautiful philosophy that it is. So yeah, we want to stay and make sure that the right people get into the right positions so that we can further that message to the general public and to the rest of the world.
Guys, thank you so much. Good luck with the rest of this race, okay? Dave, stay off Twitter, all right?
No promises.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning to the coolest thing that's ever happened in the history of the Libertarian Party. And I will, if I'm being completely honest, as Donald Trump was speaking last night, if I had control of how everybody acted, my plan was kind of like,
Guys, listen, here's my message to the libertarians here. The former president of the United States of America and the current frontrunner to be the next president is here to talk to you. We are not a bunch of college leftist sissies. We believe in free speech. So be respectful.
I will, if I'm being completely honest, as Donald Trump was speaking last night, if I had control of how everybody acted, my plan was kind of like, be respectful till he says something.
We are not a bunch of college leftist sissies. We believe in free speech. So be respectful.
Like, don't boo him before he even gets to the mic and just wait till he says something really bad, which he will, and then boo that.
So be respectful.
But I gotta say, it worked out pretty good because I woke up this morning to reports in the New York Times, the Washington Post, Reuters, the Associated Press, ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN, and the BBC, and they all said different versions of the exact same title. Donald Trump tries to appeal to libertarians and they hate his fucking guts.
We are not a bunch of college leftist sissies.
And they hate his fucking guts.
So be respectful.
And they hate his fucking guts. And I think that's pretty cool.
I'm not telling you you have to agree with him, and I'm not telling you you have to cheer for him, but we're not having like Jordan Peterson at Berkeley event here. And the message we're sending to the world is not that we can't handle ideas that we disagree with.
And they hate his fucking guts.
We are not a bunch of college leftist sissies.
Point of personal privilege, Mike 1.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
There's a point at microphone 1.
Thank you, Mrs. Chair. We have found some lost items, a Apple Pencil, and a box of business cards from Lieutenant Colonel Ivan Rakin.
All right, lost items. Lost items at microphone 1. If you lost anything last night, You can go to concierge and say that you need to go to Lost and Found. Like if you're missing a water bottle. Are we off live stream? If the Secret Service took your water bottle because they were confused and thought they were the TSA, you can go reclaim your stuff. It's hard. It's a hard job. Yeah, they don't hire for IQ. We're live, but we're not on C-SPAN. We're on Pasta to Go. Thank you, Pasta to Go.
No, I get it.
Very nice Pantera vibes. State chairs, how are we doing? We're getting close. I love you guys. Thank you.
You do an announcement. Okay.
Point of information, microphone 4.
Microphone 4.
Does anybody have the contact information to find out if Dr. Paul is still in the hotel and available to come endorse Chase?
He is not. I'm so sorry. He was in and out. I wasn't able to do photographs either. But we can be in touch in the very near future. I will facilitate that conversation. Tellers, are you done? All right, thank you so much. AV team, if you could so graciously turn off our secretary's screen for a moment so she can prepare. Oh, here comes a teller real quick. 1 second. We need our screen off, guys. Your screen's not off. Karen Ann, pull your screen off. There we go. Thank you so much. We don't want to spoil our moment. The AV team? Okay, AV team, we're ready for you now. Thank you so much. All right, give our secretary just a second to adjust it so you can see it. Numbers are up. We're scrolling. Oh, just kidding. Here we go. We're going to scroll. State chairs, please watch your numbers. We're trying to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Oh, your mom. State chairs, please watch your numbers. This is our last and final votes. Don't you curse me. Don't you put that on me. Watching our votes, watching our votes. We're all watching our votes. Still going, still scrolling. We're nearing the end. All right, Madam Secretary, we're ready to see our final vote count.
Madam Chair, Mike 1. Madam Chair, Mike 1.
One moment,
Madam
I see
Chair.
you, and I will recognize you next.
Madam Chair, microphone 3.
Congratulations.
Madam Chair.
Congratulations.
Madam Chair, Mike 4.
Microphone 3.
Congratulations to Mike Termont.
Madam Chair, microphone
Madam
3.
Chair, Mike 4.
51%, 51.31%. Clint Russell received 47.03%. Microphone 1.
Zach Tatum,
Microphone 4.
Tennessee, move to adjourn, sine die.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to adjourn sine die. At 12:57 a.m.
Microphone 4.
Are there any objections to adjournment? Hearing no objection,
Objection.
we are adjourned. Thank you
Choir.
all so much for being so patient and gracious as we got through this. This was a very long convention. You all were amazing. Thank you so much to our hardworking tellers and our volunteers, to our sergeant at arms. Thank you to our presidential candidate and our vice presidential candidate. We look forward to supporting you guys. We're very excited to have you on board.
Singers, choir, meet at the Florida table right now. Choir singers, meet at the Florida table. Thank you.
Also, before you guys go, will you please go by and say thanks to that fantastic teller team? Anyone who's been at a lot of conventions know that they were freaking fast. So please, when you go by, give them a thank you. That's the least I think we can do.
All right. So that's it for today. Bring me on
Guys,
big.
please
Fuck that
check
little
your
small stuff. Enough
tables.
of
I know
them.
you're in a rush.
We had enough of their.
Someone in New York left their phone
We had
charger.
enough of their stuff going
New
on
York
right
delegation,
now.
check
Like
your
Spike Cohen's
tables.
across the way over there. We just had him on not too long ago. What's up, Spike? It's going good. We're just wrapping it on up, man. You know my good friend Wyatt Reed. That's Spike Cohen. Yeah, Wyatt works for Gray Zone, so you know it's good to see you, my man. Great to see you. This is Jayme. I'm sorry, CheeseSlice. No, we're live, but you're part of the show. You want to sit down real quick? Come on. All right, we'll just do a quick 1, 2, 3. All right, we're here. Spike Cohen. They just got their VP through. It seems like Mike Dermott made it through, and I know you're kind of like an all friends guy with everybody. You don't really, you're one of those kind of like, I'd say, gentlemen within the party. You really weren't pulling for anybody in particular. You're going to support whoever the nominations were and stuff. But so, what are your thoughts on Mike Dermott and Chase Oliver now that you have a presidential nomination and a vice presidential nomination?
I will say this: Mike Dermott and Chase Oliver are both friends of mine, and I look forward to seeing what they're going to do. I'll support them in whatever way I can. They are in favor of crushing the military-industrial complex. They are in favor of ending this system whereby endless debt that doesn't even exist, money that doesn't even exist, is run up in our names and the names of future generations that haven't even been born yet, which causes cost inflation now, devaluation of our currency now, and future debt for future generations that aren't even here yet, mostly to hand that money to a bunch of multi-trillion-dollar multinational corporations. They're against that as well. They're in favor of freedom. So whether you're on the left, you're on the right, wherever you are, you're going to find something you agree with any libertarian ticket, and that includes the Oliver Dermott ticket.
We're sharing away, but no. Last quick question. I'll let you go because I know you got to get back down there while they're wrapping things up. So you really did a great job, I think, with going out there and reaching across the aisle for people who had different ideologies, different thoughts. Which biggest pressing issue out there right now? Because I did a little quick interview with Chase, and he sounded like a libertarian. The free market this, the free market that. I asked him, I mean, he did, because I asked him if he would ban gain of function on day one. He's like, well, I don't want to ban anything, but I don't want the government to do it. If we let the free market do it, but I was like, it's gain of function, man. I didn't want to kind of jump in too deeply to it. But what is the biggest issue in the biggest area of concern you'll think the Libertarian Party will have facing them as they try to reach out to other voters that aren't libertarians?
Yeah, so the biggest issue we have is the narrative of the wasted vote, which becomes and the you can't win, which becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If a majority of people think that it's a waste of a vote to vote for you, then for them it is. And if they think that you can't win, and a majority of people think you can't win, then you can't win. That is why, if you look, when Trump was just here, the biggest thing he leaned on when he saw that the crowd was turning on him wasn't to say, well, you're wrong about these issues, or I'm right and you're wrong. He said, no, you're going to lose. You can't win. And that's all we have, is to say, oh, you can't win. So that's our biggest challenge. The one thing I want to say when it comes to gain of function research, the only psychopaths who would ever want to create something like that are precisely the kind of people who are in government. So I think if you simply say taxpayer money cannot be used for this, I don't think gain of function research happens. I don't think it happens. And especially when you consider that Big Pharma relies so heavily on taxpayer money to do all their research anyway, you're effectively banning it if you say that taxpayer money can't be used for it.
So now you have your presidential ticket, you have your vice presidential ticket, and I kind of agree with you. I think that I don't think anybody in the free market is going to want to do that unless they were incentivized by the government to have gain of function research.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
Not to sound libertarian.
Yeah. Well, I am. I'm a leftist libertarian. I still think central planning can work. Just hear me out. But no, that's another area. Listen. So you have your presidential candidate, you have your vice presidential candidate. What's another candidate that's running for a different seat, maybe a Senate or a Congress, or somebody you like to highlight you really think can get the national attention for the Libertarian Party?
Well, I'll tell you one I'm very interested in, who I actually was just talking with. He's a guy named Rob Latham. He's actually running for governor of Utah. And one of the biggest things he's running on is actually something that my organization, You Are the Power, is running on. And that is acknowledging the fact and exposing the fact that children protective services in this country, and just about all 50 of the states, are being incentivized at the federal level to call just about every case that gets put in front of them abuse. They literally get paid if a kid comes into the hospital and they call it abuse. But they don't get paid if they don't call it abuse. And somehow that leads to a perverse incentive to just call cases abuse. And so we're actually seeing what it has over the last couple decades turned into literal child trafficking, where the people in charge absolutely know that these kids are not being abused and that they have a health condition that explains these fractures or tears or bruising that the kids have. And they take the kids anyway. And the kids never know that their parents didn't do anything wrong. And sometimes the parents are never allowed to talk to one another ever again. It's just absolutely horrific family separation and child separation and child trafficking again. And we've been doing a lot to work to expose that at You Are the Power. But a candidate, an actual libertarian candidate who's working to talk about that at the state level is Rob Latham. And I wish him Godspeed on it because it is a horrific thing. This is not a political issue. No one should be incentivized to take children from innocent parents.
You know, do you think the system's so bad that it can be reformed? Do you think it's just time to blow it up?
Oh, you mean the system in general? I think I would prefer that we try to incrementally reform it. That increasingly seems like a pipe dream. I say this all the time. Libertarians seek a revolution. We would prefer it to be a peaceful revolution, but that's not up to us. That's up to the people that are holding on to the power, whether they want it to be peaceful or not. We're seeking a peaceful one, but it's going to be up to them whether it is or not. But we want a revolution all the same.
So you are kind of saying that you're cool if we can just blow it up and start from new, because I just want to point that out because you sound like a Marxist. Thank you so much, Spike Cohen. I want to mess with you. Please, Spike Cohen, Libertarian Party. Get that.
Nothing to lose but our change.
There we go. There we go. He was the vice presidential candidate several years back for George Jorgensen. He was amazing. He's out there stomping for these libertarians, these libertarian values. Thank you so much. This is my first Libertarian convention. It was an awesome, fun time today.
You're welcome. I'm not a Marxist, but that was fun.
I know he's not. Everybody knows that Spike Cohen is no Marxist, guys. That's it for this evening. Thank you so much. We got to wrap it up. We've been on a 14-hour stream. We have a presidential candidate. We have a vice presidential candidate. Libertarian, 14-hour stream. We're 5 minutes shy of 14 hours. C-SPAN left, but Pasta to Go made it. Thank you so much for Spike Cohen, Jayme CheeseSlice, Wyatt Reed, Courtney Banks, Pasta Jardula, Angela McCardle, Clint Russell, Dave Russell, everybody out there. Dave Russell, Dave Smith. Go to bed. There is no after-hour party. We're saving the world one meal at a time, but it's time for Pasta to Go. Out of here.